Hey, what's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are back right here. You see it. Industry's
Industries
most wanted.
most
Yeah, yeah.
Boom!
wanted.
Industry's most wanted podcast. I see people are tuning in already, man. We live. I got Finesse Gang checking in. What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing? How y'all
What's
living
up?
this
What's
morning?
up?
Happening.
Hey man, chilling, chilling, chilling. Appreciate you guys taking time to be a part of what we got going on over here, Industry's Most Wanted. And of course, you've been a supporter of my brand for a long time. So, I always like to start it off by giving you your flowers, because you guys are dope and you're really out here supporting other people, and that's important to do that within this music industry. So without further ado, man, Lethal, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, this is Lethal, one half of the Finesse gang.
All right. Cash, what's up, fam?
I'm Prophecy Cash incarcerated, but we promoting the single that got Cash featured on it today. So we representing for the gang, man, and hold your head, fam.
Nah, for real,
Oh
that's
yeah.
big facts. Again, appreciate you guys taking time to be here. Let's just jump right into it. While we got people tuned in, checked in. How did Finesse Gang become who Finesse Gang is? Either one of you guys can answer that.
I'll let you answer it, Lethal.
Basically, me and Prophecy, we actually went to school together, college. That's where we actually met at.
Okay.
He had been doing music and I was doing music, and we linked up, and we just had a good bond. And we were like, hey, let's join forces. That's how we created the Finesse gang.
Yeah, most definitely. Um, Tell us what Finesse Gang means to you, though, because obviously it didn't just get pulled out of thin air. Like it really means something to you. What does Finesse Gang mean to you guys?
Well,
Well, Finesse, I'm gonna let you take it, bro.
well, like I said, we was finessing in the streets. We was jugging, trying to, make ends meet, trying to survive. And that was the lingo back then, and we just kind of, was like, we're gonna bet on ourselves. That's why the dice is the logo, betting on ourselves.
Absolutely. As we should in life, we always have to bet on ourselves because we can't depend on other people to do it, right? So it's always important we bet on ourselves, and we have to believe in ourselves first before anybody else will ever think about believing in us. So how did you guys link up?
We was in the class together at AIU, and
Okay. What type of class?
it was a I'm not quite sure what class it was, but we were studying media production in college.
Okay, that's dope.
Um, but yeah, we had to introduce ourselves throughout the class, and Lethal was like, I got a studio, and I'm an engineer. And when I started college, I didn't know nothing about being an engineer. That's what I was trying to learn.
Right.
So I let Lethal hear one of my songs, and from there, he been my mentor ever since.
Dope, dope. That's what's up, man. And you guys got people chiming in. We're gonna go ahead and put these comments up on the screen. Anybody that's tuned in, we are currently streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter today. I don't know, Facebook was acting kind of iffy, so we just bypassed that. But we on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch with it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to everybody tuning in, checking in. Again, these are some guys that I've known for a long time and they've been supporters of everything I had going on. So it's definitely right that, we give them some shine on this platform. Taking us back, was music always a passion for you guys, or was there something before music? And we'll go to Lethal on this one.
It's always been music ever since I was like 14 years old. Always music. That's
Yeah.
always been the passion.
Got you. So let's just dive into that a little bit deeper while we're talking to you. We all like music, we grow up listening to it, but how did it really become that passion for Lethal to say, you know what, this is something that I actually want to pursue? Like, what was that pivotal moment for you? Or was there something that, made you say, this is what I want to do?
Well, basically it was my mom. That's how I got in it. When I was younger, just was stayed in trouble all the time, and she just was like, won't you just be a singer or something?
Yeah.
Thought about it and just like, Nah, ain't no singer. I'm a rapper. So rapping ever since.
No, for real. Absolutely. I know that's right. That's big facts. And Prophecy, what about you?
Well, I always, I wanted to rap and sing since I was a little boy. But you know, once I really started my journey with the Finesse gang, like, it's like a dream come true. Like everything I wanted to do, like my mentor, man, he helped me do it. It's just been like just a journey, like, just an amazing journey to be able to accomplish some of the things we've done together.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Most definitely. And that's what we're here to talk about is those type of accolades, and letting people know exactly what you got going on because it's a lot of work, time, money, blood, sweat, and tears to make it in this music business. This business is tough, like a lot of the stuff that we learn along our journey in this music business is not something we can go to school for. There's certain things we can go to school for, like learning how to be an engineer or, being a videographer. But then there's a lot of fundamentals about this business that aren't taught to us at any school we go to. We just kind of learn as trial and error. With that being said, what is keeping you guys, pushing in this business, seeing that it is a lot going on to stay active and relevant in this business?
I would say our
Right.
children, uh, the
Yeah,
family, just the whole gang, we're a support system to each other, and but mainly for us, I would say our children's. We trying to, have something to pass down to them.
yeah. It's bigger than you.
That's facts.
Absolutely. When you have kids, like I'm a big, huge advocate of being a major pivotal part in our kids' life. I only have one son, but he's grown now. He's a grown man. But I raised him as a single mom. And like you guys, that was my motivation, man. That's what woke me up every day and put that fire up under my ass to go get it because you got kids to take care of. It becomes bigger than us. So that's really dope. Are your kids big fans of your music?
Oh, for sure.
Definitely. No, all
They
our
know it
songs.
word for word.
Yeah.
They know some songs, and even they try to do their own thing too. My daughter be trying to write her own songs now, so I think that's pretty cool.
I love that. I was just going to ask you, do you guys at all on any level incorporate them into your music or what you are doing musically? And Lito, I'm going to ask you that one.
Not yet. Not yet. Basically still teaching them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
understood.
Teaching them
Absolutely. 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 You got to pick and choose that, and it's at your discretion. You're their parent. So it's your discretion at what age you feel like they're ready
Yeah,
to go ahead because social media can be super influential, for these young kids if they're on it. And we kind of have to be there to guard them and block them from that and really show them, the way that it should be done versus what social media is trying to teach them. It's crazy. When did you guys start making music together? About how long ago did you link up and start making music together?
12 years ago.
It was 2000.
Okay, okay. So you've been doing it for a hot little minute. I know you said you guys met in class. So from the time you met, how long of a gap was it before you guys got in the studio and started working?
Well,
Oh, we got in the studio the same day.
yeah,
Oh, you had that instant chemistry with each other. That's really dope. I
yeah,
love
like
it.
I said, we was going to AIU, and we had media production classes together. So we
Yeah.
was in the studio off top, and same day I let him hear my song in class. I went straight to his house afterwards, and I, I was inspired. Them got, shout out to my guys, man. They was knocking songs out. I was like, man, I wanna. This is where I want to be.
I love it. I love that you guys just since day one, to me, that's all God right there. Like God brought you guys together because it's not often you meet someone and on that same very day, you're like, you know what, let's get to work. A lot of times you got to take that time to feel them out to see if, the chemistry is there. But you guys out the gate already knew. And look at you now, 12 years later, here we are. I love it. That's a beautiful story.
So
So and I'm gonna have each of you guys answer this, and I'm going to ask Lethal first. What is it about prophecy that really inspired you out the gate? And he may know this and he may not, but was it about him that made you say, you know what, this is somebody I really want to work with?
First of all, he was down to earth. He was cool, calm, collected. Whatever
Yeah.
was on his mind, he told me. You know, and I knew he was real about what he wanted to do.
Yes.
So we was on the same path.
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, your turn. What was it about
Well, I
Lethal
never
that said,
told
"Man, I
Lethal
got to work
this,
with this guy"?
but when we first in AIU, we was in this big like movie set, like in a meeting or something. And when I
Yeah.
first saw Lethal and Slim and Tevin and there's a few other of my guys, man, them dudes look like stars. They look like rappers. You know, they all dreaded up, got the ice on. They just look like the part. I was
Yeah.
like, man, I got to get me a team. And Slim came up to me and was like, hey man, we got the studio, you should come through. And then it just
Yeah.
so happened that like a couple days later we started class and Lethal was in my class and like I said, the rest is history, man. I just knew them guys was who I when I seen them, they look like some roster rappers.
I love it. Absolutely. And the rest is history. So, have you guys collectively been doing a lot of music together more so than doing music individually, or are you doing more individual music than you are doing together?
Well, we both are we both like solo artists, but we always come together and collab. That's the main thing with us is we love to collab with people, other artists, and all that. We just try to keep creating.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's what you have to do. Every move you make has to make sense. So Lethal, like if you have another artist that you work with outside of your immediate circle, what is it about them? What qualities do they have to have for you to say, you know what, this is somebody I want to work with? And I like to ask this question because some people need to get on their game a little bit.
Okay, outside of my circle, if I work with you, you gotta be a go getter. You gotta be ready to
Yeah.
work, prepared. You gotta be prepared because you won't. That's the only way you can be successful is if you prepare.
Yeah.
If you ain't prepared for the
Absolutely.
opportunity, you can't be successful. I can't work with you.
Right. Absolutely. One thing that I like to say a lot, and I'll say it until I'm in the grave, is we have to, as humans, we have to learn to be proactive rather than reactive. Being reactive puts you in bad situations. Being proactive puts you in good situations. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got to always stay prepared and you got to always stay ready because you never know what opportunities may present themselves. And if you're not prepared and you're not being proactive, boom, you're going to miss a beautiful opportunity. So definitely love that. Now, have you guys been working on, are you in album mode? Are you focusing on singles? I know we got a record we're going to check out today, but where are you at musically right now?
Prof.
Sorry about that. just
No,
work,
it's all
just
good. Hey, he over there feeling that fan.
just working on the album, trying to like I said, we have a lot of I would say bucket list artists that we would like to be on this album. And being that we independent artists, we have to have a budget for all that and type stuff. So just trying to keep staying creative and hit y'all with these singles so you can hear something from us and know when you hear the album what it's going what you going should expect.
Absolutely. So you talked about a couple bucket list artists. Can you give us one or two, or is that a deep dark secret and we got to just wait in case it does happen?
Gotta have like Future, 50 Cent. I'll let
Okay.
Lethal tell some of his.
Yeah. Who would be a couple bucket list artists that you would love to work with?
Oh man, there's a lot of artists I like to work with. Uh, who I would love to do a song with. He always said Future. Uh, do some music with him again. Um, I would just really ready. Whether you get the album when it comes out, then you can see.
I got you. Understood. Okay. Nothing wrong with that. So let's talk a little bit more in depth about your journey through this music business. You guys have been working together for 12 years, which is a long time because, as we both and all three of us know, I should say, is that a lot of people are going to come and go throughout your journey. Not everyone is intended to go with you. They're only there for a season, if that makes sense. What are you guys doing collectively as Finesse Gang to make sure that you guys, as much as possible, are on the same page with, whatever moves you're making? Prophecy, I'll let you answer that one.
First and foremost, Lethal like my big brother, so I call him every day. Tell him what's going on with business. Tell him, what's next. Everything we do is, it's an agenda. So I have
Yeah.
to let him know what's going on. And we just stay creative. Like anything I think about, I tell him about it, and vice versa. Just communication.
Yeah, I was about to say that it's
Yeah.
communication, period. Absolutely. Because lack of communication can really make a situation ugly when there's no reason for it to be. You just got to learn to communicate. So that's really, really dope. Lethal, same question, like from your perspective, what are some of the things that you feel like Finesse Gang is doing to set the bar to make sure that you guys are always going to be on the same page as much as possible, outside of communication?
Hey, outside of communication, basically communication is the most important thing. And you saying outside of communication, we just always make sure everything we do, we try to do bigger every time
Yeah,
to make sure we set the bar and set the standard. We don't want to never go backwards. We always want to go
right.
forward.
Oh, that's facts. Absolutely. Whatever we did yesterday, we have to outdo that today. We are in competitions with ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what happened to Lethal. We lost him, but maybe he'll come back in here. But what are some of the other things that you're currently working on? Like, I know that you got singles that you're putting out. Is there visuals in the works? What type of campaigns are you guys putting together to make sure that Finesse Gang's name stays alive throughout this music
Well, first
business?
off, like you see on the backdrop, we got the drink on deck. So we trying to expand the brand and make some money out here. We got the drinks, we got sauce, we got aprons. Matter of fact, we're gonna send you a package here. Get you a finesse sauce apron. Um,
I can't wait. That is
we
hard.
got we got seasoning and all kind of stuff. So we just got product, and we just trying to stack this money up so we can create the visuals and stuff. Because the goal for us is we have a few songs with some legends, and we would like to have the best videos, best quality, and we just want to show the world our story.
Absolutely, most definitely. And I know you and I, we did this fairly recently, and we were talking about the products that you have, the finesse drink and the seasonings and stuff like that. Let's dive into that a little bit because I'm a big advocate of when we're an entrepreneur, we have to have multiple hustles,
Oh
right?
yeah.
We cannot just do one thing and rely on one stream of income because we'll be homeless if we do that. Uh, car getting repoed, house getting, bankrupt and all that. But let's talk a little bit about what made you guys decide to go with the particular products that you did go with because, you could have did anything.
Well, Lethal came out with shoes first, and
Okay.
you know, we got Master P was doing the shoes. He was doing different things, and we was watching his page, and he had the chips and noodles, and I looked up different things trying to do that, and I couldn't afford it. So then I found the sauce. Then
Okay.
it's using the sauce and cooking out with it and stuff. Certain things just goes with it, like seasoning, and then
Yes.
doing a little more research trying to see what we could do. We found the drinks, and we found a manufacturer that was willing to let us expand our brand. So shout out to our manufacturers that help us distribute our products.
I think that is so dope. Okay. Which one are you holding up right there right now? Tell us about that one. Lethal, what you holding up?
This the mango habanero sauce right here. just having to
Woo!
have it in the background. So,
That's what you got to do. You got to have your products and your merch and everything
Yeah,
on deck. Now, will that one have your mouth on fire?
that one is
now
kind of medium. Mild.
Oh, it's a medium.
yeah,
Okay.
That one mild. But we got hot, we got jerk, we got the Mama Betty seasoning. Make sure y'all shop with us, man, because you know we on deck. If you want us to ship it
I
for you,
love it.
go to finessedrink.com, DM Lethal, DM me. You know, hey, tell TampaMystic you need some. Hey, we gonna make it happen. Shop with us, man. We hustling out here.
Facts. Absolutely,
whatever
because I
you
think
need.
that you guys absolutely chose a product that I think every household uses. Like, I would hope that you ain't just throwing your chicken on there with no seasoning. I would hope that you ain't putting your ribs on with no seasoning. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You gotta
right.
like sprinkle. You gotta get that flavor popping. And what's so dope about the seasoning is every time you eat whatever it is your choice is, you got a little bit of different flavor. Run through the flavors for me on the seasonings real quick, Lito.
Prophecy, take that. You talking about on the seasoning?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, with the seasoning is I actually named this company after my grandma, and it's just the soul seasoning for right now. But we trying to be like Great Value. We trying to put our name on every product that sells every day.
Yeah.
We with our manufacturer, they are going to allow us to have black pepper, vanilla extract, as much products as we want. But I'm trying to learn
Dope.
the ins and outs of being a distributor of food products. You know,
Yes.
when we started this, I never knew that it would be as big as it is. And I'm pretty sure Lethal didn't either. But man, we in restaurants. We about to be in our first store, man. We going up, man. So y'all stay tuned and keep checking us out because me and my boy started this from nothing and it's going up.
Absolutely. I know Warren G has his own line of like rubs that he has. I
That's
think it's
dope.
the Sniffin' Griffin or Sniffin' Griffin or something. Maybe y'all can somehow come together
Oh,
and do a collab, because
Most
he a legend for
definitely.
sure.
most definitely. Shout out to Warren G. Regulators.
Man, regulators, mount up. Just a quick fun side story. I've been doing interviews for about 12 years now. And in my very first, I would say my very first 5 interviews I ever did, Warren G was one of them.
Wow.
I don't know how I made that happen. I just happened to reach out to him on Twitter and asked him, could I interview him? And he's like, let's do it. I was like,
That's
so he
fine.
and I have been connected. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes you just
most
gotta shoot your
definitely.
That's
shot. You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Shout out to social media because social media is making connections. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
I never thought that we would
Absolutely.
work with some of the artists we work with, and you know, like I said, I just shot that shot, and like you know, Lethal was like, man, you know, he told me he always wanted to work with Goody Mob one day, and I was like, bro, we got to make that happen. So shout out
Yeah.
to like Cujo Goody, shout out to Busy Pat, all the legend that gave us a chance to just you know spit a verse, man.
Absolutely. 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 And let's just talk about that for a second. In life, we have to take chances. We have to create opportunities. And social media has absolutely helped us do that because, without shooting your shot, you just never know. What's the worst that could happen?
That's right.
They don't respond or they say no. Okay, cool. No problem. We keep it
Keep it
moving. You know what
moving,
I'm
keep
saying?
it
So
pushing.
yeah, facts. So, Letha, are you still doing shoes? Are you doing like a particular shoe brand or was it custom shoes? Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, the shoe, it just was an idea that really came up with, and it was just basically it's only one path right now. The finesse game
Okay,
on. So
I love it.
we, hey, two is gonna come out soon. We coming with more shoes soon. It's just it came out with an idea. I pitched it to Prof, and he just like, yeah, I love it. Let's do it. So
Yeah.
we
So you
just
got like your prototype right now
Yeah.
and more to come.
yeah,
I love that, man. Like you guys have hustler mentalities. And that's what you gotta do to be able to survive out here and make it in this world now. Letho, I see you got your studio set up behind you. Is that where all the magic happens?
most definitely, most definitely.
Give us a little pan around. Let's see. Okay, I see you. Got the nice monitors back there. Okay, okay. You're doing it. Do you engineer yourself as well?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, press record and rent in the booth.
There
and
you go.
record it. That's it. Unless Prof here,
And you
then he do it.
got you. And then you guys all are hands on with the mixing and mastering as well.
It's
Yeah,
definitely
do all
that
of that. Mix,
that was
master, making beats.
One stop shop. Who better to get your sound the way you want it than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, not to say you can't work with other people, but you guys are going to be able to get your sound spot on exactly how you want it. Is there any new visuals out there or in the works that people can look forward to?
man. We work. What's coming soon is we got the Way Out single with Pat, so we definitely gonna drop a visual with him soon.
Yeah.
That's the major focus right now is to have the videos for the Prayer Gang album because we trying to do it for God first.
Yes.
Coming out, that was that's another main thing why me and Lethal kind of just clicked is our faith in God. Even right there in our booth there, it says God first before you walk in.
Yeah.
So that's who we doing it for.
Yeah. Absolutely. When we wake up every day before we do anything else, we have to thank God. Thank God for another day. Before you pick up your phone and start scrolling through your social media, before you brush your teeth and wash the crust out your eyes, you better thank God for another day for waking you up and letting us see because life is beautiful. It's all in what we make it. There is some ugliness in the world, but it's what we allow into our immediate is what matters. With that being said, there is a lot of negativity around music, especially the hip hop industry, from people looking on the outside in. Every week or every couple weeks, we hear about another, artist going to jail or getting killed. How are you guys going to change the narrative on that, Lethal?
First and foremost, hey, staying out the way. Hey,
Yeah,
we minding our business. We staying out the way. Trying to only be in the places that God want us to be.
absolutely. And prophecy, what would you say to that? How are you going to change the narrative on what the perception of this hip hop industry is to people from the outside looking in?
Well, first and foremost, like I'm just trying to rap about different things. Trying to
Yeah,
show these people like, man, it ain't all glam and glitz and selling dope and killing people. Like, we came from the gutter. We gonna rap about it, but we're also showing you like what God took us from that. We're
yeah,
not trying to stay in the trap.
yeah,
That's something that we don't want to be in. A lot of people they glamorize that stuff and they want to be in the streets. Well, not Finesse Gang. We trying to take our kids out the street. We trying to move up in the hills somewhere.
facts.
Hollywood somewhere. We trying to get up out of here. So
Finessing our way out the streets.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you guys are spreading that positivity because, a lot of these youngins may not have a role model in their life, or what I've noticed about a lot of parenting out here, and y'all can take it as shade if you want to, but a lot of parents do enough just to get by with their kids, if that makes sense.
that. Ooh,
I'm not applauding that. Like if you, oh man, I made sure my child had dinner tonight. Well, that's what you're supposed to do. Like I'm not
that.
applauding that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's when we go above and beyond as you guys are doing in your kids' life or even sending that positive message to other kids out there, man. I absolutely love that. And I applaud you guys for spreading that positive message because we definitely need more of that. Within your music for people who haven't had the opportunity to hear it and they tune in and listen to Finesse Gang for the first time, Lethal, what do you think that they're going to get from it? How are they going to feel?
They're gonna feel good. They're
Yeah,
gonna get a message. It's gonna take them somewhere that they probably already been or somewhere a place that they at now, and it's gonna let them know that there's a way out of that, and they can do better and get better.
yeah, absolutely. Prophecy, what would you say to that question?
I would say when you listen to our music, you're gonna get inspired. You're gonna feel, you're gonna feel God, man. You're gonna have some faith. You're gonna feel like, you can do it. You can get out the struggle. Um, and you're gonna, like Lethal said, you're gonna get a message from us every time in every song. So definitely listen to the lyrics and what we saying, because it's always a message in there.
Yes, absolutely. There's a lot of people that are supporting what you guys have going on. Some of them are tuned in today. Lethal, for the people who are just genuinely taking their time when they don't have to tune in and support you, what would you say to those people right now?
Hey, I say hop on board right now. Don't wait till the ship take off.
Get on board or get left behind.
Basically,
Prophecy also, you're the people that are loving on you guys, supporting you, just take a minute to say what you want to say to those
Man, I
people.
appreciate everybody tuned in. It means a lot to us. If you ain't tuned in, you better get with it, because hey, we taking off like a rocket, man. Like, uh, that that's one of our sayings in finesse game. My brother always told me turn up and never turn down. So the knob broke, so y'all better get with it.
Shout out to Carl K. Massey Jr. What's happening? He in here supporting, said, I'm on board, let go. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about, is having people that are genuinely supporting you, because really at the end of the day, who are we without our supporters? You know what I'm
that's right.
saying? Like, if we're doing
Yeah.
all this good work but nobody's appreciating it, is it really all for nothing? I don't want to say it's all for nothing, but we can't ever get to that next level and rise up without the people taking time to support us. So I just wanted to take a minute to let you guys speak to the people that are here, supporting you today. I know you're working on this album, videos on the way. Is there other things that you guys do outside of music, like, such as giving back to your community? Is that something you're into right now?
I'm big on giving back to my community. I'm always throwing events up here in Pennsylvania. I'm a part of that guns down, gloves up movement. And I throw boxing events. I let independent artists perform at the events. I give out toys sometimes at different events. Just really in the community and trying to spread it a little more. I'm up here in Pennsylvania, but we definitely trying to come back to the roots down south and spread this movement a lot more.
Absolutely. It's funny that you say that, or not funny, but ironic. I have a DJ friend of mine out of Florida, and I'm looking at it on my phone right now. He's got an event coming up here in Atlanta. It's the Summer Safe Annual, and it's shoot hoops, not guns. So it's kind of like the same
Oh,
message. And
dope.
yeah, and they're doing like a back to school drive where they're giving out backpacks and stuff, to kids who need it, and just, really spreading that positive message. So I love that you're doing that up there as well. Shout out to everybody again. Shout out to Samantha checking in, Anastasia checking in. We see everybody here. Thank you guys for taking some time to be here with us today. We got the one and only Finesse gang in the building.
Yeah,
Industry's
yeah.
most wanted. You better let them know.
Most wanted.
So listen, we got this record that we're going to check out today while we got everybody here. It's called Friend or Foe. Let's talk about it a little bit in depth. What does this song mean to you guys? Like dive into it, Lito.
Well, friend and fro, basically just a record letting you know that hey, it don't matter. Your friends can be your foes. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always watch your back.
Have
Basically,
your
that's
head
what
on
the
a
record
swivel.
is just letting you know.
No, that's facts, because one thing that I've learned about life is that there's a difference between envy and hate. Hate comes from people you don't know. Envy comes from the people that you do know, that you think are your friends, but they slick be envious of you, and they be the ones ready to stab you on your back. You know what I'm saying? So keep your head on a swivel. Absolutely. Prophecy. Also, what does this song mean to you?
Man, this song mean a lot to me because first off, I'm not even on this song. Um, it's one of my favorite songs. My boy Lethal, Finesse Gang Lethal, Free Rico Cash. You know, it means a lot. It's one of my favorite songs. Friend, is you a friend or foe? It's talking about staying 10 toes down. That's the movement we live by. And it mean a lot also because it's on Feed the Lions Volume 3 with Cujo Goody. And so that it's a major record to me, man. I think this record right here is like the Finesse Gang single, and I'm just behind it 100%. This is
Yeah.
the record that I want everybody to hear. My boy produced it. I got my other boy on that thing, lacing it up with him, and they just went hard, man.
I love the fact that like you said, even though you're not on the record, like you're absolutely supporting it because this is a team record. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Like, absolutely. Is it on the digital platforms already?
Yep. It's on all platforms. Like I said, it's on Feed the Lions Volume 3.
Okay.
Presented by Cujo Goody.
Definitely. So make sure you guys go run them streams up. You know, everybody, well, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people subscribe to one of them, Apple Music or Spotify or Tidal or something. So, you know, go run them streams up. We're about to go ahead and check out the record. Before we get into it, though, make sure everybody knows where they can follow you on your social platforms, Lito.
You can follow me on IG at Finesse Gang Lethal.
Prophecy.
You can follow me at Finesse Gang for Life on IG, Facebook, Finesse Sauce on TikTok. You know, follow us Twitter at One Prophecy.
Oh yeah, Finesse Gang on TikTok.
Okay.
Finesse Gang LLC. Follow us.
Absolutely. Have you guys got on Threads yet?
You know what? I'm not. All these new apps keep coming out. I'm like, I can't keep up.
What I'll just give you a quick what I like about Threads. It's reminding me and taking me back to kind of when Twitter first started, like we were talking about earlier. Like in my opinion, it's easier to network with people on like Twitter or Threads than it is Instagram. And they make it so easy, you know, because Threads is obviously owned by Meta, which is Instagram.
Right.
Let's bring him back on real quick. Hang on. Yeah, so I think that Instagram is good for showcasing your work, your videos. Maybe you post a few photos up there, but Threads actually allows you to show you what your personality looks like. So, you know, check it out. I've been on there since it came out about a week ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I've made some new connections on there, you know, because it allows you to chime in on conversations or start your own conversations. And I think it's a lot easier to do on a platform like that than it is on Instagram. So, you know, I would say check it out. You know, it may not be for everybody, but, you know, something to look into to maybe expand your network a little bit. Now, I know I had you guys talk to the people earlier that are supporting you. Is there anybody in particular that either one of you want to shout out to?
Hey, I want to shout out to the whole Finesse Gang, the whole movement, the whole team. Hey, everybody know who they is.
Yeah, likewise, shout out to the gang, man. Shout out to my family that's checking in. Shout out to CK made the beat. You know, we stand prayed up. Shout out to God, man. You know,
Most
we just
definitely.
keeping this thing rolling. Shout out to you. We coming down August 17th, Finesse Gang.
Nah, for real. The biggest OG's birthday bash. Okay.
Crazy Atlanta, DJ Baby Ray on the ones and twos. It's going down. You got the Finesse Gang, and we dropping a new single that night. So y'all come pull up, man. It's going down.
Man, big facts. And thank you guys for being a part of not only that event, for all the other events that you've been a part of as well. This one means a lot to me because it's OG Bigger Rankin's birthday bash. And, you know, and I believe in people like him who's a real OG. We got to give him his flowers while he's still here, right? Anybody that we support and look up to. Last but not least, and either one of you can answer this or both of you can. We live right here. Y'all heard it. Industry's Most Wanted. It is your girl TampaMystic. I got Finesse Gang in the building checking in. Go ahead and let everybody know what makes Finesse Gang the industry's most wanted.
We the industry's most wanted because we the hottest and God got our back, man. You know, it's God's time. Y'all was on demon time. Now it's God's time. We on God time when we turning up on y'all.
Say that from here on out, man. No matter what y'all think, we are on God's time. It's God's speed. It's God's plan. Everything is already written. I believe that. Just like it's already written that we about to get into this record. Who wants to give us that official introduction?
Go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you do it.
Hey, man, this that friend or foe. Lethal on the track. Rico Cash. Free the gang, man. We here for you, dog. I hope you see this, man. Free my guy, man.
Most definitely. And anybody that's tuned in, checked in, if you guys are hearing this record for the first time or the 100th time, make sure you throw it them fire emojis. If you rocking with it, we got to support these independent artists. We about to go ahead and get into it. Let's go.
Nicole told me go ahead, keep niggas always talking about that shit. You know what time it is. They go, Finesse guy. If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friend or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. If you're getting out the mud, better stay 10-toe. If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friends or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. The feds always watching there, keep your dough.
RPs of them T194s, give me the money. Bitch, I'm trying to overdose. 5 years later, now I got my
case closed.
If your name in black and white, that mean your ass told. I got some nigga down the road standing 10 toes. Big bank roll, and I can't never fold. I put that on my soul. And my heart cold. I got some new money, and I got some old. And these ain't shell toes. I'm on the plateau, and I ain't going broke. I want all the smoke. Shoot 'em up, bang, bang. I ain't worried about your bitch, and not your hoe.
If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friend or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. If you're getting out the mud, better stay 10-toe. If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friends or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. The feds always watching there. Say you getting money, why the fuck you mad at me? The feds always watching, I'ma give them something to see. I'm all in public, about to roll up some trees. I'm laughing at them niggas cause they think I'm moving deep. Trap house shorty, that's the nigga I used to be. Went straight legit, now they can't touch me. Gucci bag, Prada bag, even Louis V. They all in the airport trying to search me.
You still had them things and I kept them.
My name out your mouth before you end up CPD. Got my tools on my side, yeah, I'm ready for the beef. Yes, I move a lot of work, but that shit that make me. If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friend or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. If you're getting out the mud, better stay 10-toe. If you got a little money or you got a lot of dough, I don't give a fuck if you friends or foe. Here's a little something that you niggas need to know. The feds always watching there, keep your dough.
You know what I love about the music that you guys make, besides it just being consistently good, like you make like them anthem type songs. You know, I'm an OG myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot of y'all's elder, even though I know I look good. I was playing. But it's like, going back to like, you know, the 90s and early 2000s, a lot of the music that was coming out during that era, you know, we'll say Project Pat and, you know, of course, 3-6 Mafia as a whole and Goody Mob, etc. They made songs that were built to last, you know, that timeless music. And I really think that's the type of music you guys put out, because listening to that song in particular, it took me back to that era. Not to say that the song sounds like it's an old song. It sounds very current, but it had that old school type of feel good twist to it. And that's what I love so much about it. I think that a lot of artists, you know, have gotten away from that, or they just don't know how to create music like that. So definitely a shout out to you guys for making them anthem type music, stuff that we can bob our head to and just make us feel good, man. I'm loving the record. It's definitely,
that means a lot coming from you.
No, and it's very genuine. Like, one thing I know, it don't do nobody no good to tell them no lies. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great record, and I can't wait to see the visual for it. What you sipping on over there? Is that the Finesse drink?
Finesse drink. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all go to the website, finessedrink.com. Shop with us. We got it on deck. We got the merch, everything you want from us. We got it. You know,
is that a glass bottle that it's in?
Oh yeah, all of our drinks come in glass bottles.
That's good.
We're trying to that's a part of our business thing we're trying to do is we're trying to teach people about recycling as well, like trying to incorporate that into what we're doing, trying to change the world. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Finesse gang about. We try to change the world.
100%. Absolutely. Because yeah, I mean, you gotta it's people don't think about, oh, everything seems cool today, but what about generations from now? What about
That's
our
right.
grandbabies and great grandbabies and so on? What we do today is going to affect them, 50, 60, 100 years from now. So I love everything you guys stand for. I love the movement. Anything else you want to say to everybody before we get up out of here?
Hey, one thing I want to say, I just thinking about it. You gotta change the world before it change you.
That's powerful statement right there. I might have to use that today.
Let's let it take off.
Y'all should put that on a shirt or something. You know what I'm saying? Like put that on a shirt.
Most definitely. We'll definitely have to put that on the shirt and put it on finessedrink.com.
Nah, for real, absolutely, because people get caught up and stuff like that. So most definitely. Well, again, it's always a pleasure to have you guys here. I look forward to seeing you on August 17th at the biggest OG Bigger
Yeah.
Ranks birthday bash.
Coming to turn up.
Nah, for real. Crazy Atlanta, 8 p.m. right downtown Atlanta. So, if anybody's in or around the Atlanta area and you're available to pull up and watch these guys bless the stage, I highly encourage it because they always bring big, good energy straight like that.
Straight like that. Gang,
Straight
gang.
like that.
Finesse gang in the building, but we up out of here, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful,
Out.
blessed, positive, productive day. We spreading those positive energy. I'm throwing it out there. Y'all feel it? Positive energy, positive
Stay
vibes. That's
prayed
what
up.
we on.
Prayer
And
gang.
stay prayed up. Facts. Absolutely.